What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning David Haye. David Haye says that he would have beat Tyson Fury in their 2013 bout if it would have happened. And this is what he had to say. David Haye said that he would have beat Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury was inexperienced. Tyson Fury was a baby at the time. He didn't have the trials and the tribulations that he needed to be the man that he is, or the fighter that he is today. And he feels that if it wasn't for the cut, because the backstory, David Haye was supposed to fight Tyson Fury in 2013. He got cut, so they postponed it. And the second time, he got a shoulder injury, and then he was out for the next 2 years. Okay, that was David Haye. In fact, he was contemplating retirement at that time. So the backstory on David Haye and Tyson Fury, they were supposed to have fought back then, but Tyson Fury moved on. And also, back to David Haye, he said if Steve Cunningham, a cruiserweight, could drop Tyson Fury, his power along with his speed and his combinations and his style would have surely knocked out Tyson Fury. Now, how do I feel about that? Me counterpunching it, it was an interesting article. I think he's right. I think David Haye would have knocked out Tyson Fury, but I think that fight wasn't meant to happen. You know, a lot of things happen for certain reasons. And had David Haye beat Tyson Fury, we wouldn't have been looking at a super fight. We wouldn't have been looking at the heavyweight division the way it is right now. There wouldn't probably been a comeback because Tyson Fury probably would have lost, and you know, who knows how his career could have shaped, curved, and shifted at that time. See, he could have fought David Haye and lost, and then he probably would have either fell from grace, crumbled, right, never the same fighter, or he would have been a rejuvenated fighter and been better than he is today. You know, so, I mean, it's a lot of ways that could have happened because, you know, of course, Tyson Fury wouldn't have fought Vladimir Klitschko either, now would he? And Vladimir Klitschko, we already know, beat David Haye. So it would have been a foiled situation. David Haye beats Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, because David Haye beat Tyson Fury, wouldn't have had an opportunity to fight Vladimir Klitschko. So, you know, his success and progress could have been altered because of that. You know, so I think knowing what we know now, that would have been a fight that I'm glad Tyson Fury didn't fight, because not saying he wasn't a good fighter then, but I think he didn't know what he knew then like he knows now. You know, but I think he's a bigger fighter, and I think his style has changed to benefit him for the greater. You know, the more size, the bigger he is. He can sit down on his punches now versus someone like David Haye. You know, David Haye can get in there, use his feet, and could throw and land at weird angles. Okay, so, you know, that would have been a pretty good fight because of the styles of those two guys. Too bad it didn't happen. It would have been interesting to see those two guys get it on. But then again, you know, David Haye probably would have retired earlier too. But who stopped David Haye? Tony Bellew. And he didn't do it once. He did it twice. So a lot of these things come into play when you're talking about a particular fight that never happened, that could have happened. You know, and you look at these guys' career further on, it is very, very interesting. But David Haye being the way he was, I know it's a throwback fighter because he's been out of the game for a while now. You guys tell me what you think about David Haye saying that he could have knocked out Tyson Fury back in 2013. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.